A dad who left his baby girl to die alone in her cot 5 days before Christmas has been jailed for 14 months. Kira Conroy, 19 months old, was found lifeless by her parents Michael Conroy and Kirsty Boyle. Conroy, 27, and Boyle, 24, had stayed up through the previous night watching TV, then slept for hours, leaving the toddler alone in another room. Boyle said herself and Conroy had been up until 6:30 a.m., watching a box set on TV and playing games on their phones, Glasgow Live reports. Boyle discovered Kira at around 5 p.m. on December 20, 2017, while getting ready to go out. An investigation revealed the youngster had been fed 4 chicken nuggets and spaghetti hoops before being left without food for 21 hours. A doctor said bags of rubbish lying around the filthy flat were a suffocation hazard and that coming into contact with dirty nappies could lead to a bacterial infection. The medic raised further concern that an inquisitive child such as Kira could have been left with cuts had they touched cans which were scattered in the. Conroy, of Coatbridge, admitted willfully causing or procuring his daughter to be ill-treated, neglected and exposed in a manner likely to cause her unnecessary suffering or injury to health at Airdrie Sheriff Court. Airdrie Sheriff Court, file photo, image, Airdrie. He was jailed by Sheriff Fergus Thompson, who branded the case tragic. Paul Bellardo, defending, said, "Clearly this is a difficult and harrowing matter and the situation with the young child losing her life is nothing short of. Michael Conroy and his partner require to live with that loss and he will now carry a conviction and he accepts his care of Kira fell quite significantly short of what you would expect. This will weigh heavily on Mr. Conroy for the rest of his life and no matter what happens to him in court, nothing will impact him as much as what has already happened. What is happening where you live? Find out by adding your postcode." Most read. Vladimir Putin says violence will get worse and plans to take over all of Ukraine. Family horrified after giving pet dog to Badassi only for him to be put down days later. Russia-Ukraine war live. Putin lies about resistance as his troops destroy cities. He is prepared to accept any disposal the court deems appropriate, but I would ask that the court, taking in the whole circumstances of the case, takes a step back from custody. Kiera's sudden death was initially treated as unexplained. Boyle later told police, "We were both shattered. We did an all-nighter. It's a bad habit." She said herself and Conroy had been up until 6:30 a.m., watching a box set on TV and playing games on their phones. Boyle said she didn't hear Kira at that point and assumed she was asleep, but the youngster was found very white with sickness around her mouth. The charge stated Conroy had failed to provide Kira with adequate nourishment and fluids, left her alone and unattended for excessive periods and failed to provide suitable living conditions. He also admitted causing his daughter to be exposed to street Valium pills. Tablets were found within Kiera's travel cot, but there was no suggestion that she had taken any. Sheriff Thompson said, "This is a tragic situation for all involved and I have listened carefully to what has been said on your behalf. Taking account of the fact that you have previously been the subject of a community payback order which was breached, with sadness, I have concluded that no method of disposal other than custody is appropriate." The sheriff told Conroy he would have been sentenced to 18 months had he not pleaded guilty. Boyle had faced the same neglect charge as her partner but had her not guilty plea accepted by prosecutors. Read more. Brothers, 4 and 6, found in street alone after mum abandoned them to go drinking. Read more. Boy turning to stone and race against time before becoming entombed in his own body.